I've been a legislator now a number of years. One of the things that is amusing is the legislature passes some bill to do something, and the exact opposite thing happens of what they meant to have happen. And I'm just picturing some of my friends here tonight from Georgia and from Pennsylvania and Louisiana. I'm thinking about Missouri, and you put a big old tax on natural gas and electricity, and you know what the good old boys going to do? They're going to break out that steel chainsaw. They're going to go to the woodlot. They're going to be cutting firewood, and they're going to be heating with wood and generating twice the CO2 that would have happened if this silly bill hadn't been passed. And the funny thing is, it must be happening that way in Spain because their CO2 has gone up in spite of the fact they got all this unemployment and taxes and this huge government bureaucracy they created. And I just wanted to allow my friend from Pennsylvania, if you wanted to jump in on that subject.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this is a tax that hits everybody and everything, every business, every industry, every family, and it's a tax on everyone. And I tell you, the folks, I tell you what makes it an immoral tax is the fact that it taxes those folks. Those folks are just now maybe getting by paycheck to paycheck. You know, those people that work hard every day and do their best, and they're just making it. You know, what they bring in income, they're putting out on bills. And in Pennsylvania, because our electricity, 60% of it comes from coal, we have about 38% that comes from nuclear. And nuclear is taxed, even though there's no CO2 emissions under cap and trade, nuclear is going to be taxed the same way.
Now, just stop for a minute. That just absolutely dumbfounds me. The whole point of this deal is not to make any CO2, supposedly, so we're going to tax the nuclear power plant that doesn't make any CO2.
Well,
what's the logic of that?
One of my opening comments was the fact that it's refreshing to be here with my colleagues debating real science versus political science or even science fiction. And you know, and here's the thing: the alternatives are out there. I mean, Republicans have been working hard. We've got an energy solutions group. We've been putting that out there during the district days. We were in Pittsburgh and Indiana and out in the West Coast, and we're talking about a better solution for America. We've been hitting on parts of it tonight. I view that solution would provide us an energy margin. You know, what it was 9 months ago where gas was pushing $4 or $5 a gallon, and gas prices are going up now again. And now, yet we're furthering our dependence on foreign oil. The president has shut off the tax deductions for domestic drilling and shut down areas in this country for domestic drilling, including through the Forest Service, an area in my district, the Allegheny National Forest, really slowed down to a halt, screeching halt, new drilling. And we could have an energy margin with the proposals put forward by the Republican Party that will allow us to have the domestic energy resources so that in the future, when there's a hurricane or a foreign country that have been dependent on for our energy resources decides to shut down that flow, or some other catastrophic attack, you know, we've actually have an energy margin where our energy prices remain stable. And that's good for America. That's the type of energy policy Americans expect. And I'm actually blessed here standing between two physicians, so I'd like to take the opportunity to call on their expertise. I've been in rehab for about 28 years, but not as a physician, to get their diagnostic opinion on this. You know, this is all in the name of green and greening America, specifically solar and hydro. But I have to, in terms of the economy, the only green that comes to mind is gangrene. And I just defer that, though, to my colleagues who are physicians to have a better feel for that.
Well, now